There's a lot of information to cover this month, and animation can be challenging and time-consuming. To understand what is required for each week's turn-in and to find success on the project, you'll need to watch all the required videos and read the required documents. Similar to the industry, you'll need to receive and then implement critiques before the end of each week's final turn-in. This means you cannot wait until the weekend to start your project. You'll need to get an early start on your work and post it to receive feedback, so you allow yourself time to implement the critiques given. You don't have to post your finished work midweek. Just post your progress. Make sure to read over the instructions on FSO thoroughly and follow the instructions as presented. You'll be creating a short film this month. The first week is the planning. Week projects are usually a result of poor planning. This is true even in the industry. The second week is the blocking of the wall contacts and the key acting poses and moving holes of the scene. You will also post midweek for critiques and implement the feedback given. Week 3 is the second pass. During this phase, you'll be implementing improvements as per week 2's grade, as well as creating passing poses for the walk and anticipations and major breakdowns for the scene. You will again post midweek for critiques and implement any critiques given. Week 4 is the final pass. Once more, you will make improvements based on the previous week's grade before finishing up the walk poses, adding facial animation and finessing the scene. As previously, posting for critiques will be part of the grading. It is mandatory that you use one of the rigs and layouts provided. We've designed them so that you can walk the character straight forward and translate Z, be 3/4 to the camera, and get in a well-staged position for his acting once the background has been imported into the scene. Remember, you'll open the character scene first, and then you'll import the background into the character scene. This is covered further in the scene setup video. Be sure to watch all the videos for the directions.
What have you been doing? Have you been creating havoc?
Notice how this scene has strong posing and great timing, yet is still in stepped curves. This is what we want to do. If you stay in stepped until your major breakdowns are completed, your scene should work this well. Working step curves is a requirement for this course as you're blocking out your scene, and you will need to key the whole character for your key poses, moving holes, anticipations, and major breakdowns. This will let you focus on creating solid, appealing, and correct poses without seeing the in-betweens Maya wants to throw in. Without solid poses for the keys, breakdowns, and anticipations, the in-betweens will never work correctly, so viewing them before you're ready is like putting the cart before the horse. It can lead to some really sloppy or watery animations. Work out all your poses first, and when they're all done, and you're moving into the final phase, you'll switch out of step to create secondary breakdowns and adjust in-betweens as needed. You will not need your mail button once you are out of step curves. Use auto tangent and only key what you need to key. To change from step curves, you'll need to go to Windows, Settings Preferences, Preferences in Maya, and under the Settings, select Animation. You then turn on Default Out Tangent to Stepped. This is covered further in the Preferences video. Here are a few keys to your success. Block your animation using stepped curves. This is a course requirement and allows you to focus on the posing of the character rather than the in-betweens. It also helps you develop a good sense of timing. This is truly important to being an animator. People that work in step tend to have stronger poses and breakdowns. Don't let Maya do them for you. You'll need to create at least 2 mail buttons as covered in the mail button video to animate the character efficiently and correctly. A key all mail button and a select all mail button. Use the key all mail button to key the character, creating full body poses while you are blocking the scene out. Use the Select All Mail button to ensure that you are selecting the entire character to make edits to the keys, such as deleting keys or moving them in time. Work with your graph editor open. Learn how to read what is happening in the graph editor and how to make adjustments. Work with the camera view open. Pose your character in the perspective shot, where you can rotate around him fully, but keep an eye on how the pose looks in the camera shot. This good layout allows you to see the graph editor and the camera shot while working in the perspective shot. This is a 3-pane split top view. You can create this view by going to the Panels menu and then Layouts. The scene setup video goes into detail about how to set up your workspace. Of all the disciplines, animation is the critique and direction heaviest. The course is designed to help you develop smart work methods for animating. Animating can be very much like chess. Mistakes you make early in the game can checkmate you later in play. Let us help you avoid frustrating obstacles by giving several options for critique. To be successful in this course, you need to get feedback. The link to the Hangout will be posted on FSO. The Hangout not only allows you to work with fellow students, just like an open lab setting, getting help from your peers who may have found solutions to issues you may run into, but also lets you get one-on-one feedback from the instructors. Each week you'll be required to post a concept share. Posting a concept share is part of the grading for each project and allows you to get instructor feedback, even if you can't make it to the Hangout. Checking the critiques given to your classmates on concept share may help you find areas in your own scene that need to be addressed as well. Since comments can be left on individual frames of concept share, it can even provide you with a handy checklist of things you need to address in your scene. If you don't receive an invite to concept share or to Hangout for the month, please contact your instructor immediately. If you keep these things in mind, you place yourself in a much stronger position for success in animation.